not allowed entry, and so we had to stand outside, bang on the door, and ultimately sit down in front of the door.
You heard it there. Maryland's congressional delegation denied entry into Baltimore's ice holding facility downtown. Welcome into the News at 5, everyone. I'm Rick Ritter.
And I'm Nikki Zizaza. There have been many claims of inhumane conditions inside that facility and even a lawsuit.
And WJZ live there at 5 o'clock tonight. Dennis Valera joining us to tell us why they were turned away today. Dennis, good evening.
Rick and Nikki, good evening to you. According to the delegation, a director with ICE told them that she had been directed to not allow anybody inside. Now on X, the Department of Homeland Security posted that all these lawmakers had to do was schedule a tour at least 1 week in advance. Now this delegation, they are determined to try and get inside because they say they have every right to do so. After the Maryland congressional delegation got through security, it didn't take them too long to make it back outside.
We got a very chilly reception from ICE and the director here,
claiming ICE turned them away from seeing holding room operations in the George H. Fallon building.
We had questions about medical care. We had questions about the number of detainees. We had questions about visits from lawyers and others.
These operations have been under fire for months, most notably in a federal lawsuit filed on behalf of 2 women who were detained here, claiming the conditions inside are inhumane and punitive. A judge recently denied 2 motions by the women's lawyers, one of which would have allowed more claims to be made by detainees.
I've had a number of constituents pass through these doors, some who have not had access to their medications, some who have had their license and credit cards taken away and still not returned to this day, despite them being released by ICE.
Senators Chris Van Hollen and Angela Alsobrooks say what happened Monday is a stark shift from spring, when their staffers were able to visit.
You have to ask yourself why. Why? Why don't they want members of Congress to go in and see with their own eyes or talk to people who were detained there? Because they want to cover up what's going on.
ICE has defended its operations, and in court, Department of Justice lawyers have argued claims are incorrect and inaccurate. And Fume is a senior member of the U.S. House Oversight Committee. He says he'll work with his committee to figure out how to make sure no member of Congress is barred again.
I'm going to seek as best I can to get some sort of bipartisan consensus that the committee finds a way to prevent this sort of thing from happening anywhere around the country.
Fume also plans to reach out to Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown about this. In federal court just around the corner today, a federal judge barred the deportation of a longtime Maryland man who was being held at the facility behind me and has since been transferred to a facility in Pennsylvania. Reporting live on your corner downtown, I'm Dennis Valera for WJZ.
We continue to monitor that story closely. Dennis, thank you.